My name is Sean Nation, and that's Tony O'Hara. And today, we'll be reviewing The Dark Knight. The real Dark Knight, not that, that Batman said, I'm the Dark Knight. No, we're
no, for real folks,
the Dark Knight. The Todd McFarlane Dark Knight. That's right. The Rat City.
We're going to talk about Spawn.
Spawn. What? But not the movie one. No,
okay.
We'll be talking about that one next. We'll be talking about the animated one.
The Double Jeopardy answer is... Who is...
about to take your head off?
Boom.
Right.
That's right. The animated. The one that had 2 seasons, and then got canceled. So I'm going to let my boy, Tony O'Hara, give you the history of it, and then after that, we'll give you the synopsis of how it works.
Okay, pretty much Spawn, the Spawn series was out in the 90s, and it aired at HBO. Most of you know that it was a good series, but that
they were trying to
do better.
But it couldn't. It didn't. And it was supposed to be an adaptation of the comic book, but it ended up not just being its own series. And it didn't do a good job. And it no, go ahead. Continue what you're trying to say. Right. Anyway, it got canceled because of was the lady's name Angelina?
No. It was when Jay was introduced. I think that's when it kind of left off, I believe.
When
Jay was an Asian chick.
When Jay died, that's when the series was about to actually get cut. But they was like, you know what, just let it finish. Let it actually finish and run out. During that time, Al's Wanda, so I was about to say Al Simmons' ex-wife, but they weren't divorced. He was just dead. But Wanda was pregnant because of Spawn. Because Spawn had
and that's what gets me. The show leaves you hanging.
So
it's good. It's a good show, but it leaves you hanging at the end. That's what kind of gets on my nerves. And another thing that gets on my nerves too is that the constant battles is always at that same little place.
It's always in Rat City. It's never outside. It's always in Rat City.
Well, of course, that's where Spawn is, but it's always. But what gets me with Spawn, and also the Spawn movie, is that it feels like the film was just shot in one location. But that's another review. But the show follows the same formula, but it works. But don't overdo it. It's like you taking a character like Spawn, take him in the same setting, like a dark alley in Rat City, and that's all. And all the episodes, except for the day episodes, when you see how Wanda and Terry or Cyan are doing, and then it's like, and then all of a sudden, like in night, it goes back to the alleys, and it just bugs me. I mean, the story.
Another one is where they constantly show the clock. No one knows what the clock is supposed to represent.
That's my whole point. That's my point. I don't get that either. And it's unexplainable. It was on the comic books, and I don't have time to. I mean, I had the comic book, the first issue of Spawn, and I was just like, I don't feel like going to get it. But anyway, it has the same little clock thing that's on the show, and I'm just like, what's this mean?
In the comic, but in the show, it says that his suit is quote unquote like a symbiote, but it never actually like it tells, but it never shows. So that's another problem. It keeps telling you, you know, it tells you, but never shows you. So
Right. The same thing with Al Simmons' backstory, which most of the time is nothing but like brief flashbacks of like brief little incidents that happen. You know, and it's like, okay, that's good. I like that sense of suspense, but would it be just why wouldn't you just have one episode that actually dedicated to what led him to become Spawn, so people can get the visual idea? Okay, this is what happened to him. This is why he went on this mission, and this is what got himself screwed up, and then went to, you know what?
In one episode, it's like Director Wynn. Director Wynn sends out his son to actually go get Spawn. Because at this time, Director Wynn still does not know that Spawn is AKA Al Simmons. And the son actually realizes that, you know, Al Simmons is Spawn. And throughout the whole fight, you know, that's about it. That's all you know. You know, Al Simmons is Spawn. What happened was, you know, while they was on a quote-unquote retreat, Director Wynn told his son to, I can't remember his son's name, so I'm just calling his son, to kill Al Simmons, so he got shot in the face. And the lie was that, you know, he died in battle, when it was actually he got shot in the face. It was quote-unquote accidental. So, and then for his punishment was Al Simmons allowed him to live, but live with the knowledge, knowing that, you know, he killed all these people and all that. So it made him very psycho and all that.
Right.
Another thing that really made me mad is I actually do have it. I have both of the collector's edition, had the collector's edition of Spawn, which was on the PSP version, and then I have the special edition, which is on the VHS version. And I was actually waiting to actually get another version of another copy of Spawn, but they never came out with it. So I was like, you know, if they're gonna come out with it, but they never came out with it. So I was like, this is, yeah. And when
and another one.
Yeah.
Okay, another thing I'm gonna point out, because the old man in the story always say that Spawn always have a choice, and you understand what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. And you find out that the old man is Cagliostro, which Cagliostro, if you actually read seen the movie, because I've seen the movie tons of times. That's my childhood favorite movie. We're going to review that. Cagliostro is the old Spawn. And you actually find out towards
he's like the medieval Spawn or something.
Yeah, medieval Spawn. So you see him not only in the first Spawn, like in the beginning, but towards the end, you get his full backstory. Like,
but here's the thing.
Full backstory.
But here's the thing. What gets on my nerves is that, okay, whatever his name is, Cagliostro, yeah, thank you. He keeps saying that Spawn always has a choice, but did the story lead up to him making that choice? making a big choice between.
It does towards the end where when he actually says, "All I want, now I know what I want. I want my humanity." Because the suit is actually taking over him, and he has to actually learn how to actually control the suit. So in the end, it ends with, the whole series ends with him wanting his humanity back.
Right.
So that's the choice.
So like so pretty much he's trying to get back at Malbolgia, and this is what, and in my opinion, this is what the movie should have been. In my opinion, this is what the movie should have been.
But yeah, remember, the movie was just a setup point. Part 2.
I know.
Part 2, which never did happen, is not going to happen, so we have to hang that up. It's never going to happen. Was when Spawn actually does try to actually gain his humanity back. But Spawn actually said, you know what, I don't want my humanity. I'm just going to actually remain Spawn and just go out and do my own thing. If evil comes my way, I'm going to defeat it. If angels come my way, he hasn't even, that's the point, we haven't even gotten the angels side of it. So,
and that's one thing I like about Spawn. I mean, even though, well, I don't want to go religious with this, but that's one thing I like about Spawn. You know, he wants to be able to make his own decision. He wants to be able to make his own decisions. You know, like he's not completely bound by the power, by the forces of where his powers are from. He's not. Well, he is bound by that, but it's like he has a choice, even though his powers are from hell, yes, and he has a choice to either use his powers for good or for evil, and that's what I like about it. He's not, even though he is an anti-hero, because he is killing both angels and demons, and I like that about his character. You know, he's just complete. He's like a total badass, in my opinion. Other than that,
another thing, drop off topic. If you did not see it in a movie, you actually do see Angelina, the angel who actually falls in love with Al Simmons. You actually do see her. The lady with the
Angela.
The lady with the Spawn talisman.
Yeah. You talking about Angela?
Well, you actually see her in the ball. You actually see her in the ballroom with all those other people. She's actually in the movie.
Wow.
That's actually supposed to set up the part 2. You have to watch it. She's in the green dress, and they actually zoom in on her, and you'll see the Spawn talismans.
Yeah, see, well, we didn't get Spawn 2, so.
Yeah.
But other than that, I mean,
another thing I do like about it is the Violator. In the movie, I know we're not supposed to be comparing and contrasting now, but we're just going to start doing that since, you know, we basically broken it down to cartoon. In the movie, the Violator is all silly and jokes, but he's nothing to mess with. In the cartoon, he's really nothing to mess with. He's no joke. He's a force to be reckoned with. Especially when Spawn actually does face him for the first time. When he actually finds out that he actually has that telekinesis with him, and Violet's in his head. That was cool. That fight scene. He's like lesson 1. And then they start fighting in the church. So I was like, okay.
Yeah.
Although Violet had like short scenes, they were the best scene. So I was like, okay. It's too cool.
Yeah. So what's your final verdict? You think? I mean, what's your?
I mean,
Give me, like,
if you're a hardcore Spawn fan like me, I'm a hardcore Spawn fan, and I've kind of grown up with Spawn. So when I actually heard that there was a cartoon about him, I went to go watch it. But when I watched it as a little kid, I was like, oh, this is cool, this is cool. When I went back to watch it as a teenager, it's like, dude, this is nothing like the comic books, nor like the movie. I was like, I wouldn't recommend this. But if you want to see Spawn, then you want to see an adaptation of Spawn, then yeah, here you go. If you want a good solid foundation of what the true meaning of Spawn is, then you might as well pick up the movie and the comic book. The movie and the comic books. They're the only ones that actually have the full grasp of it, of what Spawn really is. The cartoon doesn't have it. Also, in essence, I give it a 5 out of 7. Because 7 is my favorite number. So, 5 out of 7.
I probably give it I give it a 5 too, because what I think is that, it's good for what it is. It's not perfect. It's not a perfect
It's not a perfect series, but yet it did try.
yeah. Hold on. I'm sorry. I was doing something. I was trying to get my thoughts together. But yeah, I mean, I recommend it if you're a Spawn fan. If you want to know the mythology, this is probably not it's probably not. But if you want to see Spawn kicking butt, this is the one for you. If you want to see dark violence.
Yeah.
This is for you. If you can get past the fact that the show takes place in the same place almost every episode, which is not funny.
It takes place in the same episode, same place, same episode, and there's not really a storyline to it.
But I mean, if you can get past that,
and get past the whole clock in every random scene, you see the clock. You just see a clock like football.
Right.
Yeah.
It's just right. It's just there. Just ignore it. Just. I look at it. I'm like, it's just a clock. I don't know what this. Okay, I get it.
Show or something. I don't know. But if you can just get past all three of those things that we just said, then this show is for you. If you cannot handle that, at least 2 out of 3 of those things, then yeah, the comic book and movie is for you. I'm just saying, but I handled it very well, and I will still watch it every now and then, just to get a good kick out of it. But to actually say to myself, if someone came up to me and said, is the series better than the movie, I would have to say, no. The movie is better than the series.
But the series is what the movie should have been.
But that's the whole point. I think that's where we actually would have a conflict, because the movie in itself, it got it down. it took Spawn in the series.
Okay, you're right. The movie goes straight to the point, but that's another topic. That's a whole nother video.
Okay, we can do another video about that. Right now.
Okay.
Right now. Let's throw down.
Alright. I get it.
I'm Sean Nation, and I give this a 5 out of 7.
This is Tony O'Hara. As you know, I'm just a guest. So I give it. I
guess he's the official member of CBC. He gives a 5.
I'm not yet. But okay. Other than that, I give it a 5 out of 7 too. It couldn't. I mean, just to be fair. All right, guys. Peace.
Peace.